Yes, what's up everyone? Welcome back to a new session. And in today's session, I want to analyze gold. Now, I do swing trade gold and I do invest in commodities, of which gold is one of them. I don't day trade, I don't trade it in a discretionary way, but in this session, I want to highlight the most important areas in gold right now, in my opinion, and if I were trading actively, so not swing trading, but if I actively traded gold, these were the areas I would be doing the business at. So let's get started with the video. All right, so if you are familiar with my way of trading, I trade mechanical, but I also do add in some discretion, and this comes at the points of liquidity in a chart. So to me, this is very obvious. A perfect double bottom, two touches. And if we go to the left, you have multiple touches in this region. So I always prefer these areas to be taken first before I enter. So from a long-term perspective, I would really love a move like this. And if this happens, I would definitely invest for the long term in gold. Um, First of all, targeting this area because of these equal highs, but then again, definitely targeting a new high over here. So that's from a more investment and long-term perspective. I would like to see these lows being taken out. Now, if we go to the recent price action, there's something interesting going on because this to me is an important swing low to the market. Why? Because this was a daily swing in the beginning of an uptrend, and this swing created this move to the upside. So to me, that's an important swing to the market, and I always highlight these areas because I want to see what happens once price breaks those. Now, if you see over here, we didn't break it, we tested it almost, and then we went back up. So you can expect liquidity to be below here. Two lows, one which is very important, one which is a bit less important, but still there will be liquidity below the lows. Now, I always look for what happens once liquidity gets triggered. Look over here. The lows break, close above. Next candle is a bullish daily candle. This to me confirms liquidity being absorbed. It also tested this demand area almost to the pip. So that's very bullish to me. So at that point, I would be long. Now, if we go to the hourly time frame, and I know this is all hindsight analysis, but I want to show you which areas are the most important ones on a chart, in my opinion. If you are familiar with my way of trading, you know this is a clear Wyckoff accumulation, clear selling climax over here. SC, PS, clear change of character 2 times because these retracements are way stronger than the ones in the previous retracements during the previous downtrend. Then we have this phase B, which I really like. I like it to be above the selling climax, simply because of the fact that liquidity will be still resting below, and you get also liquidity build up here. So again, you want to see what happens once price triggers the liquidity, which happened over here. Price trigger liquidity, move back, and then a move back above the selling climax or the range low. At this time, at this moment, I'm very bullish. Also because of the location, this accumulation is happening. So you got a great location, and you got a clear accumulation pattern, which to me confirms over here. And then as soon as structure breaks, which to me is that high, let me clean it up because I'm making it messy. To me, this is structure, close above, and that's really confirmed. Now, if we look at where we are today, basically the exact same thing is happening that happened over here. Because if you look at this, liquidity below and around top. Now, what do we have here? a round sort of cup. I don't know what you want to call it, but a round top and a lot of lows below market. So if I were going to trade this in a discretionary way, which I don't, but to me, this is an important level. And if I was going to trade it and I wanted to be a buyer, I want to see this. Then a clean break above, breaking this minor structure, and then I would be long, targeting this high, because then this would be a reaccumulation range, because you have to realize you got accumulation, then you get this move up, then you usually have a reaccumulation before a distribution range happens. So you can expect this to be reaccumulation, especially after this accumulation over here. So I wait for a move to break to basically grab all the liquidity below market, then a close above this minor structure, then targeting this high and potentially target this area. So that is how I would approach gold. Now, to the short side, if this area breaks and it gets a clean break below, so it stays below here, it forms a bit of a range, and then does this, taking out the highs, that would mean to me a short setup targeting this area first. But on the longer term time frame, I would definitely like to see these lows being taken out, because I invest in commodities. I have bigger positions in silver and platinum for the long term, but I also do invest in a bit of gold. And if we take a look at, for example, silver, we have kind of the same thing going on. Double bottom. So I would like to see this targeting this demand area, then closing back in the range. I would be scaling in positions all the way here and here. So it's kind of like the same as in gold. And then if I look at platinum, platinum also has some unbroken lows that I would like to see broken. And I do expect it, because this is a distribution range, redistribution range. We took out the high of the supply zone, then broke down, retested again the supply zone. This is an unbroken low that is very vulnerable. As you can see, this low broke, but closed above. So that was a bit of a bullish sign. But after those rejections, price needs to be traveling up very aggressively, which didn't happen in this case. So I'm bearish on this in the short term, and I do expect at least that low to be taken, but also this one. If that happens and we close back above this level, I'm definitely scaling in more long-term buys to target a very high level in platinum, which would be around this area. My chart doesn't go back that much, but that's how I approach those things. So you now know the most important levels, in my opinion, in gold, and how you could trade them. And you know how I am going to invest in commodities as soon as we see a bigger drop in price. So hope you guys learned a lot. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. If you want more videos like these where I go over charts, also leave a comment down below and I will be happy to make more videos like this. So speak to you guys in the next session.